dos olhos meus e a luz dos olhos teus resolvem se encontrar. Ai, que bom que isso é, meu Deus, que frio que me dá o encontro desse olhar. Mas se a luz dos olhos teus resiste aos olhos meus só pra me provocar, meu amor, juro por Deus, me sinto incendiar. Meu amor, juro por Deus que a luz dos olhos meus já não pode esperar. Quero a luz dos olhos meus na luz dos olhos teus sem mais lararará. Pela luz dos olhos teus eu acho meu amor e só se pode achar que a luz dos olhos meus precisa se casar.
The Dream Part 3 Final. That put Lily to really think about it. Real relationships happen with real people, and maybe all her readings were taking her to idealize too much. Dr. Ackerman was stable, reliable, and there for her, as Tab said. She then called Joseph, as she was calling him now, and asked him out. He accepted immediately and said that he was going to make the reservations for a proper dinner and pick her up at home, as the occasion asked. In their first date, he was polite but very kind and generous. He was definitely trying to impress her. All his effort made her truly enjoy his company. Joseph made her feel valued and appreciated, and her family was very happy, especially when she told them they were now official. Lily felt like she was finally finding an easy love, as people say. It wasn't like she imagined, but her imagination was ruining her life anyway. And every time she remembered about Jake, she tried to suffocate the memory into a dark corner inside her mind and inner argument to convince herself that it was more than time for her to let that go and live in real life. Joseph proposed to her in a conversation in his car. It wasn't a formal proposal. He wanted to know how she feels about moving together and starting a family. That was her dream of having her own family coming true, a little bit grayer than she imagined, and again, she fought herself inside her mind to stop her illness and unreal expectations. That was caused by her books and her excessive imagination, and Lily couldn't remember when, but she stopped reading at all some point in the way. She tried but couldn't finish a single book at all anymore. Thus, Joseph and Lily started organizing their wedding party and looked for a house to move into together, a couple of months prior to the wedding. Everyone was happy for them, and her family kept praising her assertive choice this time. And she was happy indeed. Lily was enjoying organizing the wedding, visiting houses with Joseph, or Tabitha and Tommy, and life was easy again. Just not during her therapy sessions, when Lily was visiting her deep emotions. Life wasn't easy at all. And for that short time, things sometimes got messy again. But when the session was over, the old Lily was back. 6 months before her wedding, Lily was going home and saw a car parked in front of her house. It was a common car, nothing special about it, except that the man driving that car was wearing the exact same suit and carrying the exact same backpack that was visible in the passenger seat. In the same second, Lily had to take a deep breath to calm herself down, while her heartbeat was increasing exponentially, and she started feeling slightly dizzy. Lily walked to the car and looked at the driver's face. It was her front door neighbor, speaking with someone on his phone, so she just waved at him and walked away, feeling overwhelmed with emotions. That day, she found out she couldn't marry Joseph. It wasn't about him or Jake. It was about herself and her feelings. If the possibility of having Jake, even for seconds, was more powerful in her heart than a proposal from Joseph, that means she was making a huge mistake by getting married. It took her courage to break up with Joseph, that was so nice to her, but he wasn't the love of her life. How does she explain it? So, she just took the villain's role and all the judgment and rage that came from both her and Joseph's friends and family. But she knew it was the right choice to make, and she never regretted it. For the first time in her life, she was being truthful to herself, and that set her free. Lily decided that if she ever finds love in her life, had to be a soulmate's love, like Jake. Lily didn't tell a single soul about how she was feeling and what decisions she made. It was her life and her choices, and she decided to experience love the way she wanted, like a burning fire that makes her feel alive again, deeply, intense and loyal. And Lily knew it was possible because it was inside her all the time, and understanding it gave her power over the situation. Thus, after more than 2 years since Lily had briefly lived her dream, she was healed and whole. The weight she carried her whole life was gone, along with her pain, and by being free, Lily was made of pure love, faith, and hope, knowing who she is and what she wants. Lily was ready to live the love outside, in the world. When she felt confident, Lily went back to that train station. She laughed, imagining the reaction her sister was for sure going to have whenever she found out where Lily was, and what she was doing there. She followed a very simple plan. She wrote a sign and placed it in some visible spots in and around the train station. The sign had a single written message, followed by her phone number. If her Jake was for real, she was going to find him and discover herself if they were worthy. And if he wasn't for real, then there was nothing to lose that wasn't already lost. If her plan didn't work, then someone else in the world would have to make her heart beat the way Jake did. Otherwise, she'd rather to be alone. Lily still had her beloved books that became meaningful exactly the same moment Lily started to dream again. And she had her Nancy and all the potential to accomplish her desires. 2 days later, Lily was at Tabitha's house for Tommy's birthday arrangements. They were working on the cake decoration, Spider-Man as he wanted, when her phone vibrated. Lily checked it, and in a matter of seconds, her eyes were filled with tears, and she smiled like she hadn't in a very long time. Tabitha asked her, confused, "Are you crying? What's wrong?" And her sister turned her phone to show a message, containing a photo of a piece of paper in a wall, written, "What were the ducks complaining about?" And above, a text message saying, "Damn tolls, and damn me for not having this idea before I wasted money on the air ticket to Venice."
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our website to read more tales. www.foresttales.com